father demands I downgrade my wedding and give half my budget to my golden child brother so he could get married too. He was shocked when the family doormat said no for the first time. I've been planning my wedding for 18 months, saved every penny from overtime shifts at the hospital where I work as a radiologic technician. My fiancé Thomas and I put aside $30,000. We booked a vineyard, hired a photographer, sent deposits to everyone. Meanwhile, my younger brother Caleb has been the family favorite since birth. Got a car for his 16th birthday while I took a bus. Parents paid for his college while I took out loans. When he dropped out junior year to become a DJ, Dad called him creative. When I graduated summa cum laude, Dad said anyone can memorize textbooks. Caleb lived at home until he was 28, rent-free, while I was paying my parents $500 a month at 18 because I needed to learn responsibility. Last month, Caleb proposed to his girlfriend Ashley. They've been dating 6 months. He proposed with a ring he bought on payment plans he's already missing. No savings, no plan, just assumed someone would help him out like always. Dad called me the next day, said Caleb needed help with wedding costs. I said that was unfortunate, but Thomas and I were stretched thin with our own wedding in 3 months. Dad got quiet, then said I needed to be reasonable, that I should downgrade my venue to something smaller, maybe a church basement, and give Caleb the money I'd saved. He actually said church basement like that was a normal suggestion. I laughed thinking he was joking. He wasn't. He said I was being selfish having such an expensive wedding when Caleb had nothing, that I'd always been better at managing money so I should help my brother. I reminded him I was better at managing money because I'd been working since 14 while Caleb got allowance until he was 25. Dad said I was being dramatic and family helps each other. I said no and hung up. For 2 weeks, Dad called daily with new suggestions. Cancel the photographer and give Caleb that money. Return my dress and buy something cheaper. Cut the guest list in half. Serve pizza instead of dinner. Each idea more insulting than the last. Mom jumped in saying I was tearing the family apart over money, that Caleb deserved a nice wedding too, that I should think about how this looked to everyone. Then Caleb called crying, actually crying. Said Ashley was upset they couldn't afford the country club she wanted, that all her friends were having fancy weddings and he looked like a loser, that I had everything, a good job, a house, savings, and he just wanted one special day. Like my wedding day wasn't supposed to be special. The calls got worse. Dad started saying grandma would be disappointed in me, that I was probably the reason Caleb struggled because I never helped him, that successful siblings lift up the others, not abandon them. He actually accused me of abandoning Caleb by not paying for his wedding. Last week was my bridal shower. My aunt threw it at her house, everything perfect. Halfway through opening gifts, Dad walked in with Caleb and Ashley. Wasn't invited, just showed up. He announced to everyone that I was too selfish to help my brother's wedding while spending $30,000 on mine. The room went silent. My cousin asked Dad how much he was contributing to Caleb's wedding. Dad said that wasn't the point. My aunt asked why it was my job to pay for Caleb's wedding. Dad said I knew why. My grandmother, 90 years old and sharp as ever, stood up. She said the only thing she was disappointed in was having a son who failed one child and enabled the other. That maybe Caleb would have learned responsibility if someone had taught him consequences. Dad tried to interrupt, but Grandma kept going. Said she watched me work since I was a teenager while Caleb got trophies for showing up, that she paid for my textbooks secretly because my parents wouldn't, that everyone in the room knew who the real disappointment was, and it wasn't me. Dad left with Caleb trailing behind. Ashley stayed long enough to call me a selfish bitch before my cousins escorted her out. My wedding was last week, and just when I thought I was finally free of the drama, my family showed up with Caleb and Ashley wearing a wedding gown. Full story on channel, link below.